Alright, well, I guess I'll just do it again, I guess, I don't know, yeah. Yeah, 4D. Oh, like the PS3. Yeah, 4D. Like the PS3. Well, Blinx could have been Microsoft's mascot to join Nintendo's Mario, Sega Sonic, and Sony's Crash, but no. He just had to fall in the mud puddle right. He just had to fall in the mud puddle. He just had to fall in the mud puddle right away. He just had to fall in the mud puddle right away. Where he just had to fall in the mud puddle. He just had to fall in the mud puddle right away with Sonic and Crash. But unlike those two, he never even got the chance to set foot in the spotlight. He never even got the chance to set foot in the spotlight. What else can I say? Well, alright, let's just get the boring stuff out of the way first. This anthropomorphic cat works at the Time Factory, a facility outside time itself that creates, distributes, and maintains universal time flow. Now, when time glitches occur, time sweepers like Blinx need to suck them up before they become monsters. But the Tom-Toms, an evil pig gang, steal so much time in dimension B1Q64, time sweepers stop the supply of time to it, indefinitely spending it and its inhabitants for the sake of the universe. But when Blinx finds out a princess is trapped in that dimension, he dives into it before it closes to rescue her. Why? Well, apparently he's in love with her. Yeah, so now we got Sonic and Elise, Donkey Kong and Pauline, and now Blinx and this princess. You know, I think our dimension has a lot more problems than B1Q64. Now at first the game seems okay, you know, graphics are beautiful, control is decent, music is nice, and sounds like Nights and Dreams, which is, you know, pretty cool, and controlling time is very innovative. Blinx is a very likable character, and this game, you know, has a nice personality of its own. Definitely could have been another Super Mario Brothers, but no. Now, before we expose this perfect catastrophe, let's talk about the gameplay. This pussy sucks and blows with his TS-1000 vacuum cleaner. Objective is to suck up garbage, shoot down all enemies, and go to the end within 10 minutes for every stage. So yeah, now let's crack this bitch wide open. To get to the enemies, you have to jump platforms and control time around you by rewinding, fast forwarding, pausing, slowing, and recording like a VCR, but frustratingly bad level design never puts any of them to good use. Like for recording, instead of having to complete 2 sections of platforming at the same time, all you can really do with it is simultaneously open 2 gates and fly off teeter-totters. Some platforming areas are clever though. Oh, that was cool. You have to collect 3 of the same crystals for one time control, or 4 for 2 consecutively. Because of this, there's a lot of backtracking when you run out, and you can only have a maximum of 3 time controls at a time. Newest one will replace the oldest. Most are laying on the ground and appear after killing enemies, but because they don't respawn, sometimes you have to restart the entire level because there's no more crystals for a certain time control you need to use to progress. This wouldn't be a problem if there were checkpoints, but no, once you're dead, you have to restart all the way back at the very beginning. Some crystals are so close together you may accidentally pick up a wrong one, or sometimes the wrong one will land on you, preventing you from getting 4 of a kind. This is very annoying, but when a time control ends, the game freezes for 10 hours, also very annoying, and you can't stop a recording, you have to wait. Cheap enemies, awkward to dodge, come out of nowhere, and such a pain in the fucking ass to hit. But automatic aiming is flawed. It's imprecise and keeps magnetizing away from the target of bombs, garbage, or other enemies around you. Especially when shooting bombs that will also arc over rather than go straight, or stop by your feet because of uneven ground. Locking on would have been nice. Ammo is maxed out at 5, and that would be okay if you had to constantly backtrack even more because there's none where you are. There's also a very annoying time limit that is logically not affected by time controls, and if time is up, you'll have to redo the entire level all over again. Time extensions would have been nice. Ah, crap, time is running out and there's one enemy left, but I've run out of garbage. Now I have to go all the way back to suck some up. Damn it, he morphed. Finally, come on, Blinx, you son of a bitch, I did it. There's a lot of slowdown and camera's a disaster. It keeps getting stuck and it either hides you when you're close to walls or the enemies. Tagline is Soon needs 9 lives when you can control time, because having a maximum of only 3 retries is so much better than 9 lives. Hold on. Yeah, retries, no time control. Basically, you always only have 1 life, but a retry will rewind before you die. You can increase the maximum later on, but still, the only thing better than 9 lives, let alone 1, is more. Oh, and just 1 hit, you die. But even if you had infinite retries, this game still becomes annoyingly difficult. Boss music annoyingly loops every 2 seconds like gnomes scratching chalkboards in your ears. And what kind of cat can't even climb? Who is the air cat? Not Blinks. Even worse, after you play levels for medallions and gold to buy more powerful vacuums you'll need later on. However, you can only have 1 vacuum at a time, and if you ever want to go back to the previous one, which may be better against certain enemies, you have to buy it again. Because you can't even sell them, that only means one thing: he throws them away. Bastard. Also, if you enter a level, take up some gold, then exit, you'll lose it all unless you finish that level. Another pain in the ass. The biggest problem is that it's fucking dull. Backtracking is... The biggest problem is that it's fucking dull. Backtracking is a bitch. You move too slow, do the same things over and over again. It's all trial and error, and you're always lost. It's a wasted opportunity that feels like a chore. Okay, the arrow's pointed this way, but it's a dead end. As cool as all the time control buttons are, my favorite is the eject button. Time is like a treasure, so don't waste on this fucking game. Now on to Blinks 2, Masters of Time and Space, world's first 5D game, 5th dimension is space. How many fucking dimensions are there? Well, apparently there's 11, including 0. Maybe one day they'll make a Blinks 8, world's first 11D game. Let's just hope that never happens. You want me to turn the game off? First of all, why do they stretch Blinks? He looks worse. And why do they make him scratch his face? Is he supposed to look cool now? Now, can you play as him? Well, no, you can't. Why have a Blinks game if you can't even play as Blinks? Sure, you can customize your own cat, but I want Blinks, damn it. Even if he is longer. He also doesn't play any vital role in the plot. Anyway, the Time Keepers need to collect the fragments of a giant crystal that recently shattered before the Tom-Toms to prevent a temporal apocalypse. Story and gameplay is split between both sides. You start the game as a time sweeper playing through pointless tutorials. I mean, really, platformers don't need tutorials. You'll learn much faster by yourself or by reading the damn manual. 10 years later, it's onto the gameplay. It sucks. It's even more boring than the original. Sure, they fix a few things like running faster, adding multiplayer, slightly better control, and the ability to lock on targets. But gone is the charm and personality of the original. Wow, that's the worst unlocking by twisting a key in the keyhole animation I've ever seen. But damn, moving water like Jello after stopping time is pretty cool. You'd think it would be nice if they added a health bar and checkpoints, and it would be if this was its predecessor, but no. It's not hard enough for a health bar and checkpoints, and you don't even have to collect the same crystals consecutively for time control anymore, eliminating strategy. Enemies respawn, which is very annoying, and so do the crystals in Garbage, eliminating even more strategy. What about the camera? Well, obviously it sucks. Then there's all these annoying help messages that constantly pause the game and ruin the puzzles, and some of these help messages are repeats from the tutorials. Like, stop interrupting the game, damn it. Let me do it by myself. Why are the trees squished? Yay, I want a movie clip. Alright.